And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name, for the purposes of this channel, shall be Dilly Willy 40. You can just call me Dilly. Most days I can be quite dilly. I'm a player on the EU server. I decided to create this little YouTube channel. Not my first one that I've created. But I do believe that this shall now be my official home for the foreseeable future. A little bit of a background on myself. I initially started playing on the NA server a few years ago. I would say roughly about four and a half years ago. But I found playing clan battles on the NA server to be a bit of a pain, seeing as I'm situated on European timelines, me being from South Africa and all. And I decided, I made the difficult decision to stop playing clan battles on weekends with my friends on the NA server and just make a move to the EU server. Since then, I've joined clans such as Wargaming Pay to Win, Extreme, and RM. And as of quite a few months ago, I have made Thiso my home. Now that's basically the short about me. Now let me showcase this game to you as my opening game on this brand spanking new channel. This is a game in the Oland. I'm not even entirely sure how exactly you pronounce it. The Oland, the Oland, or whatever, but I'm from South Africa, I'm going to say Oland. Now, I'm playing it very dangerous here, seeing as I do not have any smoke to cover myself if enemy planes, come over me. But I also realize that if I don't get into the cap early, we may not be able to get cap points. And I waited until the very last moment before I opened up on the enemy Oland to maybe just see if I can't push him out of the cap. I do have a clanmate playing with me in this game, division up with me, that could also shoot at him to make sure that we push him out of the cap. And at this point, all I want to do is I just want to play with my speed a little bit. I don't want to leave the cap at all. I just want to stop shooting, get my concealment back, push him out of the cap and continue capping. And hopefully the enemy planes don't come by and push me out of the cap completely. Speculative torp sent left of the island actually caught a ship on its rear, and I'm not entirely sure which one it was. It may be the Cleveland, it could also have been the Oland, not entirely sure. But for now I'm just going to hang back a little bit, finish capping the B cap, and then see how I can contribute to the A cap. Now I can already see things ongoing as planned here. We've lost an early ship. We are more than 100 cap points behind. We still don't have a cap behind our name, and the enemy's got 2 caps already. So it's definitely not looking good. So initially I thought I was going to get myself a little bit closer to the Gneisenau. He doesn't have a lot of guns. But I also know that if I get spotted by planes, it doesn't matter how many guns he's got. He's going to find it infinitely easier to nail me from a short distance than he would from a longer distance. So with carriers around, I increase the distance between myself and the Gneisenau to about 8 kilometers, sending some more torps. I must admit, I actually felt a little bit... I felt a little bit bad for whoever was shooting at that ship for me to torpedo him for 2,000 damage and claim the kill. But you know what? It all goes into the kitty. So we were equal with the enemy there briefly on ships. But then one of ours went down again. So trying to contribute to shooting some planes out of the sky here, Not entirely sure who's close to me, who's going to open up on me, that sort of thing. So just open up the anti-air a little bit to assist the Cleveland, and back on with the restriction on the anti-air. And I made a mistake here somewhere. You're going to see it in a minute. But it was more because I do not have sight of the enemy torpedoes, and I do not have hydro. I don't have any of those luxuries that you need to miss torpedoes. I thought I just missed all of the necessary torpedoes that I needed to miss, so I didn't pay as much attention. If I reacted a little bit quicker on what you're going to see now, I probably would have been able to miss these torpedoes up, that's coming up now. And you're going to see them any second now. Any second. And if only the turpits came equipped with hydro, would have been able to provide us with a little bit of warning, but that wasn't to be. And right here, if I reacted just a little bit earlier, I would have been able to miss these torpedoes. Luckily, the damage saturation kicked in on the second torpedo hit, so I didn't eat that much damage. But it's still the kind of damage that effectively puts you out of any gun engagements for the foreseeable future in this game. Still behind on ships, more than 200 points behind. Okay, now only 150 points behind, 240 points behind again on cap points. And there's a reason why I didn't shoot at the lightning there. There's more than enough enemy ships around that can shoot back at me if I'm spotted. I wanted to get out of concealment range, or out of detection range with the lightning, so that I can go dark. And it's going to be very, very difficult to go dark if I'm shooting at the lightning until he disappears. And then for the next 20 seconds, I need to dodge incoming fire from a Nelson, a Bayern, and a Gorizia. And on low health, it's a pretty dumb move. So I'm trying to contest the A cap here, but I also need to be very careful. Where's the lightning? Is he going to come back around that corner again and spot me again? And am I going to be able to contest the cap while the Bayern is in it, or is he going to come straight at me? So I need to leave a little bit of room for myself to get out of dodge if need be. And at that moment, I see the Bayern coming towards me, and I realized he's basically a kilometer away from spotting me, so I need to get the hell out of there. And I basically made it by the skin of my teeth.
Engine boost activated.
And again, now the center cap is being contested by the enemies. We don't get any more cap points in, but we are up on ships for some reason. So we pulled it back a slight tad, but with no cap income coming in, it's going to be a matter of time before we need to get involved in some dramatic plays in order to save the game. So something's going to have to give. Someone's going to have to be brave on the other side of the map and maybe take out one or two ships and take a cap, that sort of thing. But as you see, and as you know, what should happen and what happens in games is not necessarily the same thing. Now we're down on ships again, 380 cap points behind, no cap point income coming in. We're effectively screwed over here. I can't open up on any ships and set them on fire. I need to play smart to try and have an impact on this game. So I'm waiting. I'm literally just waiting for this ship to get close to the island and decide which way he wants to go, so that he can commit with his guns as well. And I noticed that he's busy turning towards the right. My right, not his right. And I know that his guns won't be pointed in my direction. Close the distance on him. And try and get this ship out of the game as quickly as possible so I can continue capping A.
Fire.
Ooh. Yep, I had to dodge that Gorizia as well. And because of that dodge, I now put an island between myself and the cap. So now there's another delay in getting the cap in our favor, which wasn't ideal. I'm basically sitting with 2 heals remaining. I wouldn't be able to heal as much as I want to anyway, but I'm going to try my best. As I head into the cap, I'm completely unsure as to where the 2 destroyers are. They know I'm out here because I was last spotted in this area. We now see that the lightning is on the other side of the map, where our Farragut is busy contesting C-cap. And spoiler alert, lightning kills the Farragut. Now we're down to 4 ships, almost 600 points behind. I've switched to AP because I'm thinking the Gorizia might give me some broadside pretty soon. I just need to be patient, close the distance, make sure that all my shots land when I do open up on him. Not necessarily opening up, and let them reset me unless I know I can get the hell out of dodge if need be. And the guns are pointed in a different direction, so now I open up. Basically straightening out the ship. Don't eat too much damage. What he doesn't realize is he can smoke up, but as long as he shoots, I'm going to spot him because he's that close to me. Basically banged it into full reverse and hit speed boost so I can stop faster so they don't lose my cap progress. That would be crucial. Right, finally we do have a cap back, but we are now so far behind. We're going to need a couple of brave plays from a couple of people to try and win this game. Sometimes we just need to rely on the enemy, that they might try and win harder instead of just staying alive, and try and win a game that way. So with air spotting in a case like this can be both a blessing and a curse. Because I made my mind up to go relatively close to the island so I can close the distance between myself and the Nelson. So that if I need to send torpedoes at him, that it only travels a short distance and my chances of missing him will be less. Unfortunately, air spotting went away. So I need to give myself a little bit more distance between myself and the island so that I don't necessarily run into something, and that I do have ample warning if they are spotted for me to round a corner. As I can see here, the Nelson is pointing away from me again. And I can also see that he's busy making a left turn. So now I'm thinking he might be trying to get his guns on the New Mexico. While that's happening, I could get in close to him now and send torpedoes and hopefully take him out.
Engine boost deactivated.
Whatever needs to happen quickly. I mean, they are 500 points away from winning, and this is probably one of the few big mistakes that I've made. If I'm going to be shooting AP at a Nelson, I should be aiming a little bit higher, but at least my torps were good and I took them out, and that's it. And look who popped up, Mr. Ruijo. And he's going to be sailing in a nice little straight line for me here, so that I can start nailing him with some AP. And whatever we do, we need to get rid of him quickly. Now I noticed that besides the CV, there's still 2 enemy DDs as well.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
But my issue right now is I don't necessarily just want to take my guns off the CV. I'm hoping that someone could take out the Oland. He goes dark for a second while I'm shooting at the CV. And there he pops up again. I'm thinking, nah, I have to switch. I have to take him out. Cool ships don't look at explosions.
We've sunk an Allied aircraft carrier.
And that was my Kraken. That's the double strike.
Destroyed an Allied aircraft carrier.
We've now swung all three caps essentially.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
And with 4 minutes to go, unless the enemy lightning does something spectacular and take one or two of us out, they are not winning anymore. So I'm looking at the map where the lightning was last spotted, and I'm half expecting him to come around that corner. Try to send some speculative torpedoes, make sure that my guns are pointed the right way, because he's going to have to make a play here, unfortunately. I mean, he's the last man standing. He doesn't really have a hope in hell to win this, but he has to try. He plays with his speed well, though. I mean, I tried to hit him a couple of times, but I kept on missing him. And unfortunately, I'm denied a 7th kill. But that's kind of my own fault as well, for trying too long to kill a ship that's near dead. Anyway, so that, in and of itself, was my game. 6 kills. So, I'm hoping that was a decent little introduction to my channel. Stick around. I'll post some videos regularly. I'm not quite in a routine yet. You can subscribe, hit the bell icon for future notifications, and at least that way you'll be notified of all videos that I might be posting for you. And yeah, that's it. Until next time. Cheerio.